Hey Hawks fans, I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. This is Curtis Knight. We've got a couple of poker chips from our friends at Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino and a deck of Knighthawks game cards. And we're going to be talking a little bit of poker today because Curtis Knight is a professional poker player. And I'm trying to work on some passive income. I'm trying to find a way to help kind of boost up my financial morale. I was hoping you could help me out.
I will do my best to help you. It does take some time, I have to admit. We're going to need more than 5-10 minutes, but I think we can get you there.
All right. Well, there's a lot of games you can play at a casino, but we're gonna let you act as the dealer. You're also going to be a player, but let's do dealer's choice. What game would we play here?
If I was going to pick one game, I'd pick No Limit Texas Hold'em.
Right.
That's the game I know, and that's the game I like to play.
All right, let's go for it. So, if you don't mind, and I played Hold'em myself. Clearly not as successful as you with that, but feel free as you're kind of shuffling, as we're getting ready here, to sort of let us know, what are we doing? What is Texas Hold'em?
Okay. Texas Hold'em is obviously a card game. It's a betting game. It's a little different than a typical casino game because in a typical casino game, you're playing against the casino. So take blackjack, it's you versus the casino. Casino has a small edge. They're going to make some money over the long run. Poker, the casino charges a fee for people to play. So they make their money that way, and then you're playing against another person. So it is a game, a gambling game with, luck, but it is also a skill game with a lot of strategy involved. So it's a game where you play against other people.
And we're going to have, correct me if I'm wrong here, with Texas Hold'em, we'll each have 2 cards, and neither of us will know these cards, and then we'll have eventually 5 here. That's if we get to 5, unless you try to go all in early on, and I don't like the blinds. Correct.
Each player gets 2 cards to start. There's a betting round, so you can put money in before you see any cards, just based on what you have. Then we flip over 3. There's another betting round. Then we flip over another card, another betting round, flip over a final card, another betting round. But like you said, I don't think it's going to make it there. But once they go in, you put out all 5 cards and see who wins.
All right, I like it. I'm looking forward to this. By the way, we each have chip stacks of 4. So, if you're at a casino and you see a guy with 4 chips, you're probably trying to hit him off the table, right?
Yes.
He's down to the wire.
Yeah, he's down to the wire. 4 is not many. And to be fair, you don't have to put money in. You can fold at any point. You can also check, which just means you are passing and you're not putting money in. If I put in money, you have to fold or match the amount I put in.
And a reminder, check would normally be this, or you could just do this?
Yes, any form of saying check or doing a pass motion or tapping the table all works efficiently.
What's your go-to? Do you verbally say it?
I'm a tap the table guy. I don't like to say words when at the table when in a hand. I think it can give off information.
All right, sounds good. Well, before wait, did you already
I haven't looked.
Okay, I haven't either. Should we put 3 out here?
Sure, if you want.
Face down, of course.
Sure, so you typically put a card down just to make it more random. It's called the burn card, then you throw out the flop. So we have 3 cards, the ace, queen, and 2.
All right, we've got 2 hearts and a diamond on here. All right, let's take a look at what we got now. All right.
So typically it depends on how this is set up, but one person will go first, depending on, there's usually like a button, they call it like a dealer button, and it gets passed around the table. Yep. So the person with that button acts last, but I'll go first here, and I'll decide to bet 1.
Okay, you're gonna decide to bet. I'll spoil something. I don't love my hand, I don't hate my hand, and for the video, I'll stay in the game.
Okay. So now these chips go into a pot in the middle that we're both kind of competing for.
All right.
We burn another card, and then we flip another. Maybe you like your hand more now.
Now remind me, we'll see. Remind me here, so, and there's terminologies for this. So initially, these first 3 cards, they would be face down. And when we would begin to bet, I believe that's referred to as the blinds.
Yes.
And so we'd be looking to do that. Now, is this just a standard flop, and is the 5th card the river?
Correct. So let's say there's 6 people at a table. There's 2 players that are in the blinds, which basically means you're putting money into the middle that everybody can play for right off the beginning, and that rotates. So if me and you paid the blinds, the next hand it would be the next 2 people. They would just keep moving around. So it passes around, so everyone's equally paying it, puts money in the middle. And then you're right, the first 3 cards are called the flop, so the first 3 get flipped over. The second card, like the 4th card, is called the turn, and then like you said, the 5th card is called the river.
The river. All right, well, listen, feel free to look at your cards again.
I know what I have here.
You know what, I'm not that way. So whenever I play, I nonstop look at my cards.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that shows a weakness. Can you read a poker face pretty good?
I wouldn't say I can read a poker face, but things like looking at your cards a 2nd time or 3rd time can definitely give off information. Okay. For example, let's say there was 3 hearts out there. A beginner player may check their hand to see if they have a heart, whereas a more experienced player would already know if they have a heart in their hand.
Interesting. Okay, so
That's just an example.
I'm showing my immaturity and amateur skill set by continuously looking at my cards.
Yeah, that would be atypical. Also, you're risking someone else seeing your hand the more it's kind of exposed.
That's true. All right, so, well, let's see here. I guess this would be your turn, and you went in one, right?
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry,
I haven't this time, but I'm going to bet another.
You're going to bet another. Okay, I will join you in this.
And to be fair, you're allowed to fold at any point. But we want to see the river.
Yeah, we definitely do. We're looking for a final flop.
So it is a third heart.
Interesting.
So you actually are supposed to go. I think. Well, if I go first, I'll go for a check this time.
Okay. And see, now I really want to check my cards, but that might tell you something about what I have.
It might.
I'm not. I'm gonna have to.
Okay, that's fine.
This whole thing, you know, this just takes it out of me. I just forget everything I'm doing.
And now you have the option to either bet 1, 2, or if you check, we both flip our hands over and the winner takes the middle.
You know, I like modesty in these games. I'm going to do a check. This is what we call a gentleman's game.
You have 2 hearts.
So I've been told. Incorrect, but I do have 2 diamonds. That won't get me anything.
That won't get you anything. I have a pair of aces with the king kicker, so.
Goodness. All right. So that's round 1 to Niter here.
So then I technically would take these, and they would become my stack.
And now look how much trouble I'm in, just like that with 4 chips. I say we play another one until somebody busts here.
Sure.